Thank you. At this time, I would ask everyone to please silence their cell phones. And we have public comment. However, I don't see any cards. Public comment is an opportunity from someone from the audience to address the council on agenda items only. There's no discussion. Since there's no one that has requested to speak before the council, we'll move on to agenda item 2, acceptance of the minutes of the Tuesday, March 1st, 2016 meeting as published on Thursday, March 10th, 2016.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Bagno. Second by Mr. Doyle. Is there any discussion? Any objection? No objection, motion carries. Letters from Planning and Zoning. Madam Clerk, recommendation?
A recommendation to rezone property located at 80 West St. Peter Street belonging to Jason Olivier from a C1 to a C3, measuring 11 by 105, 138 by 139, being part of Lot 16, Block 221, City of New Iberia Parish.
Make a motion.
A motion by Mr. Bagno, second by Mr. Lewis. Your discussion?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Olivia,
Inspector.
is you Jason? I don't recognize you. I hadn't seen you in a while.
I told him.
Huh? You what? Oh, okay. I know another lady that does that. What section, I mean, what we talking about? I think I know, are you gonna divide it on the side going back or?
Going back, I'm gonna, approximately 50 feet, and I just need to kind of have a couple questions with the permit office on the overhang for that, to be able to put the metal building up to be in compliance.
Okay,
I'm gonna leave enough yard to be in compliance with that overhang rule, and then subdivide right there, so I can put up the metal building on the side. It's gonna run
to the right
back.
side, to the
face of
front?
house to the right side, correct.
All right, that's what I was thinking. I know they already,
It's gonna be right, the section I want to put the metal building up is right next to the school.
right, that's what I was thinking. Well, I hadn't had any calls. As a matter of fact, I even went and, had my son drive me around and got down and talked to the people in the area. And they had no problems with that at all.
Anyone else? Okay, just vote your machines if you would.
Oh, no, yeah. Keep me on cue tonight. I should have had them drive me here.
Motion carries
When I want
unanimously.
to go somewhere, I want to sneak up.
The
I
next
gotta sneak
agenda
up.
item are budget amendments, and we have Fayetta Dupree here this evening to go over those amendments with you. And it's an ordinance. Let's get that on the table, Madam Clerk.
An ordinance amending the ordinance levying certain taxes, appropriating the funds necessary to defray the expenses and liabilities of the City of New Iberia for the year 2015-16.
Need a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Bagno. Second? Second by Ms. Roback. Okay, if you want to turn to your budget amendments. The first one is a drainage fund. And I don't know if y'all have questions or if you want her to explain it to you.
Is this something we discussed previously? We talked about this, or is this the first time we're seeing this? 'Cause I don't remember.
This is probably the first time, and what we're
Okay.
doing here is, this is a capital project fund. So what happens is it carries over to the next year, and we're adjusting the
That's
current budget for the difference between actual results at the end of 15 and estimated.
Okay.
And so, like, for instance, with the first line item, that's our state capital outlay grant. We budgeted $2,340,000 because that's what we thought we would have left, but we actually recognized $96,000 at the end of 15, and so we only have $2,243,000 this year.
Left, okay. That's
Yeah,
what
so
I
we're just
thought that's what I was
adjusting it to
understanding.
make sure we have
Okay.
the money there to, for the expenses and the revenue.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, does that, Mr. Dora?
So the money for this was for the Armico Canal? No?
Correct.
Okay, and And we paid the contractors out of this fund already.
We are paying them,
We
yes,
still-
we have been, and we are. If you look at the second to last line item, that's the infrastructure. That's where we're paying the contractors, and we actually are adding 420,000 to the current year because we spent less than what we expected. So that puts it at what's left on the contract, or what was at the beginning of the year. We've had payments since then, but that gets us to where we need to be.
So in 2016, we still have some more funds that we have to pay the contractor
Correct.
before the job is completed, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and we have enough funds for that?
Yes.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Anyone else has questions?
When they gonna finish with the almond cooking?
Should be the end of April.
And they will be putting up the fence and everything, and
Everything,
lighting?
we're hoping it'll be done by completed by the end of April. That's the anticipated date, barring any more weather conditions.
Yeah, the
That
reason
would be
why I'm
adverse.
asking, because a lot of people in the community wanted to know if it was going to be left like that or what. So I wanted them to hear from the council. I'm aware of what's gonna happen, I have the
Right.
paperwork. But I just wanted you to explain to them what's gonna take place
Yep.
when it's
It
finished.
should be completed by the end of April.
Mayor, are we taking each one separately, voting on each one separately?
We can either do that, or we can
You
do
can
it
do them all
all
of them at once unless the next amendment. Oops. The next one is the Bond Street Program Fund.
And this one is similar to the previous because it's also a capital project fund, so we're getting our beginning budget number to where it needs to be.
Any questions? Okay, and the last amendment is wastewater fund.
Okay, in this one, we're appropriating an additional 23,000 in industrial fees. This is money we've already collected. Our budget, we've exceeded our budget. We had 90,000, and we're putting it at 113, which we have more than that already collected. But we're getting it to this amount because Vince needed an additional 10,000 in equipment repairs. And I don't know if you recall, but we had an amendment number 2 where we appropriated 40,000 in revenue for a vehicle that was 53. So we're putting the 13,000 fund balance with this revision.
Any questions? Okay, I'd ask you to vote your machines on the budget amendment. Is that the vote?
Oh, sorry, guys.
Again?
Yes,
ma'am.
please vote your
Sorry.
machines. Motion carries unanimously. Okay. Property standards, we have, I'm
Discussion of
sorry,
millages.
discussion of the millages. This year is a reassessment year, and if the assessments are higher than they have been in the past, we have the opportunity to roll forward and to collect additional funds. And we thought we would just bring it to you all and let you kind of discuss it and decide whether or not you thought you would be interested in rolling forward this year, because the process is pretty arduous and it's costly to advertise. Last time we advertised, we did all of the work, and then the council was not in favor of rolling forward. So we started thinking it might be best to get your thoughts as to whether or not you want to roll forward before we go through the process and spend money. And last time in 2012, when we had the opportunity to roll forward, we could have collected somewhere around $80,000 more a year if we had rolled forward. So just want your thoughts, because before we start the process, we don't have the numbers yet from the assessor's office. So that we don't know exactly what the assessments will be and how much our increase can be by rolling forward.
So what
Just
is
wanted
the-
y'all, your thoughts to see if you thought you might be interested in rolling forward.
Can you get us some numbers?
Yeah.
How do they
Well,
get
I'm,
it?
Yeah.
I don't,
She sent in, Marnell and them have sent in the tax rolls to Baton Rouge. They're just waiting for them to qualify them. I went to the millage, class a couple weeks ago, so they're just waiting to see. But they told us, the legislative auditors told us that we could ask our, assessors if they thought there would be an increase, and they said they think there's gonna be an increase, but I really can't tell you what it's
Exactly.
gonna be, what the actual thing is gonna be. They haven't sent us the paper.
So would they let us know what's best for us to do,
Well, I mean, the city certainly can use additional funds
Yes.
if we have the opportunity to roll forward. Many municipalities roll forward every opportunity that they get because it's your way of keeping pace with the cost of living.
Yeah, I understand.
So we don't have all the information yet from the assessor's office, but we thought we would put it out there before we start the process, just to see if you're interested, because it is time consuming and it's also costly with the advertising that's required.
I would
So,
like to wait, get the numbers, Mayor, and see, the difference, because it might not be even worth us, without that information, it's kind of hard for me to make that decision.
Okay.
And we just suggesting what we
That's
might,
fine.
if that's all
That's
right.
fine.
We have a
That's
time limit, Mayor, before we?
there is a time
Yeah.
limit. once-
Yeah, we have a
there
time
is a
limit
time
in this,
limit.
in doing
Yeah.
this.
What
We
is
have to have everything in by July something.
Oh.
And everything has to be advertised 30 days before this one. So, and if you do roll forward, then there's another procedure that they make you, the legislature, it's by state
Stat-
law
stat-
now.
state
and
statute.
they, because it's a tax,
Right.
they want you to be open to the,
Is there
make sure
any way-
everybody knows.
As soon as we have the
Can you
information, we'll
just
bring
send
it to the
Yes.
council.
before,
Yes.
That's-
Yes.
Yes.
even before the meeting, Mayor?
That's what I
we can
asked.
get-
If we
As
can
soon as
get-
we have the information
Get the
available, we will
information
get
to
it
us,
to you.
we can
Yes.
look at it.
How
Okay.
long will it be? We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't want
They're
We don't know,
waiting
we're
right now.
waiting.
to, okay.
But at least y'all are aware that it is an assessment year and that we do have the opportunity, and you make that decision when we have more information. Okay,
Didn't we
great.
have one in the past? I kind of remember when we were having this discussion, and we didn't have roll forward. We
I don't think
actually
we've ever
lost.
rolled forward.
No, but we lost
Yes.
what we could have collected on.
Right.
I can't remember the particular,
Right,
but we lost. And we sure could have used that
right. Right.
extra funding. I can't remember particularly which one it was, but I know one we lost on.
Well, your millages are actually rolled back, aren't they? I mean,
Right.
what happens is your
Right.
millages keep rolling back.
Right.
And at some
Right.
point, you're way down from where you
Right.
began. That's happened to us in the past.
Right.
So it's just something to think about, and we'll get the numbers to you as soon as we
And
have
it's-
them.
Associated with property tax. That's what we're
Right, it's
talking about.
property tax, yes.
Thank you.
And it's minimum to the taxpayer, it's minimum. Okay, the next agenda item is property standards, and we have a
Okay.
revisit of 822 West Washington. And what is your recommendation? Oh, okay, good.
Calvin.
And I was
Calvin.
gonna start on this.
Please state your name for the record.
I
Eric
don't know where I'm
Narcisse.
at.
Eric Narcisse, okay, thank you, Mr. Narcisse. Okay,
I got estimates already, and I'm gonna start on it next month.
good,
So,
great.
and I'll be getting the permit next month also.
All right, that sounds good, let's see.
That's
But
fine.
your hair been cleaning up, I know it.
Jimmy's recommendation is to revisit in 60 days.
Whose district is it?
Washington Street.
That's in my district. No problem. Mr. Narcisse, I didn't realize you own this one too. I know you own the one that's
Right,
in between,
right.
but I've been noticing you've been
Cleaning up.
cleaning it
Yeah.
real good in that backyard.
Right.
And we just want to let you know we appreciate any effort
Yeah, I
that you
know.
can, and we want to work with you. We
But I
want
got
to,
estimates for to get it repaired, I just haven't
Yes,
got
sir.
the permit and things.
okay. That's what we after, progress. We're going to continue to work with you on that.
Is that a motion by
Motion for
Mr.
60
Lewis?
days.
And a second by Mr. Doyle. Is there any objection to revisiting this property in 60 days? All right, motion carries. The next property is 212 Rosier Street, 212 Rosier.
It's across the
My
line.
recommendation right now is Thursday.
It's across
Is there
the line.
someone here representing that property? No?
That's all.
Okay, Calvin's district.
Have they, yeah, we discussed this earlier, now,
At the last meeting, they were working on it, they redid the porch, and I think they redid
yeah.
some siding on the other side of the house.
Yeah, I
But the
guess
doors are all open and,
but they haven't
No.
made it
but
secure.
then they stopped, so I don't know where they at.
Okay, well, this,
Might be.
30 days.
Yeah, let's
I'm
do
gonna- I'm gonna
30
call-
days.
I'm gonna call them this week.
Okay.
30 days, if they don't get back on it, then
okay.
There
I
might
was-
be.
Motion by Mr. Begno to revisit in 30 days, a second by Mr. Dahl. Is there any objection? No objection. Motion carries.
tell me you need the dates.
I'll get them for this.
The announcements for this meeting are the next city council meeting will be held on Tuesday, March the 15th, 2016. The Festival of the Live Oaks will be celebrated in New Iberia City Park, March 19th.
17th, well,
Is it the
It's
7th?
it's 19th.
19th. We had
It's the
seven, that was
19th.
wrong
It's
date
the
on the thing.
19th.
I'm
We had the
sorry.
wrong
Today's the
date.
19th.
This weekend.
Today's the 15th.
March, it's this weekend, March
Yes,
19th.
I'm
Today's the
sorry.
15th.
The gates open from 9 to 3:30 p.m. The Sear gates from 9:30 to 3:30 p.m., 9 o'clock to 3:30. The unveiling of the Bunk Johnson kiosk will be held Monday, March 21st at 12 noon in the Slyman parking lot for anyone who'd like to attend. And city offices will be closed on Friday, March 25th in observance of Good Friday.
Mayor, when's our next meeting?
No, it's,
The next meeting is March 15th.
No,
it's tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry. Why'd you put that on there?
that's why I was
April
asking.
I didn't even realize. Oh, when is the next meeting? I didn't-
April 5th, huh?
April 7th.
Wait, April 7th.
Thank y'all. Thank you.
April
Wait, what am
5th,
I looking at? Oh, that's 216.
That's
Why
not
do we
sure.
have that?
April 5th.
April 7th.
5th.
It's April 5th. I'm sorry. Let's go back. The next city council meeting will be April 5th
Or not.
or not.
A motion adjourned.
A motion to adjourn.
Definitely.
Motion by Mr. Doyle, second by Mr. Begno.
Let's go.